Now let's talk about downloading books online. I mentioned earlier in the course that Microsoft has gone kind of a little different route with their Books Online documentation with SQL Server for 2012, and that is Books Online is only available online. Always before, it's been installed locally with SQL Server on your machine. And so for 2012, they don't install it locally. If you want to, you can, and that's what I'm going to talk about here. First of all, internet access is not always readily available for everyone. First of all, if you're in a rural area, you may not have it. If you're in a position where there's an internet outage, you don't have it obviously. Or the most likely thing for SQL Server is that your SQL Server is in a high security firewalled environment that is not allowed to access the external internet in any way, shape, manner, fashion, on and on and on, right? And so you certainly can't connect to the internet to get your help files in that situation. Books Online can be downloaded and installed on the local machine and run just like before. Now, one really cool option is you can load this onto a thumb drive. That's really neat because now you've got Books Online in your pocket. No matter what computer you're on, you can stick the thumb drive in and see the documentation. Now, as a special favor to you, no extra charge, I've gone out and downloaded Books Online, the executable setup file. It's 205 megabytes, somewhere around there, and I've put it in the Work Files folder for you. Now keep in mind, depending on when you get this course, the farther out we go from, and right now, by the way, 2012 SQL Server is a brand new product. So the farther out we go, it could become somewhat outdated, so you might want to go update it. But for those of you who may be taking this course in a place where you don't have fast internet access to get a 200 megabyte file, or you just don't want to mess with it, just go grab it out of the Work Files folder and double click the executable file, and it'll ask you questions and unzip a bunch of stuff, and you should be good to go. Now, again, I've already mentioned this, but make sure you take note. Local copies of Books Online can become outdated over time, so be careful about that. Now, if you're one of the folks who want to download and install Books Online on your local machine, do keep in mind that Microsoft Help Viewer components must be installed to actually be able to read it, and depending on the capabilities they put into the installer, you may or may not be prompted for that. You can select documentation components from the feature selection page in SQL Server 2012 setup. If you do that, that will install Help Viewer on your machine if you don't already have it. Or if you install either SQL Server Management Studio or the data tools, and if you put SQL Server 2012 on your local machine, you will automatically get the Help Viewer components and you won't have to worry about it. Just go out there and download it. Now, let's jump out to the internet just a second here, and I want you to see the page. If you go to Microsoft.com and just do a search, let me warn you, if you search for SQL Server Books Online, for some reason, at least at this point in time, their links haven't updated, and all you see is Books Online for SQL Server 2008. So if you go out there and do a search, just go to Microsoft.com or even Google and just search for Microsoft SQL Server 2012 Books Online Download or something like that, and you will eventually get to this page. Now notice Microsoft is staying pretty strong on this product documentation for firewall and proxy restricted environments, and what they mean is local copy of Books Online. Notice this is the 205 meg file. You'll also notice here they're putting dates on here. December 2012 is the latest version when I'm bringing it down, and so that's what you'll have in the work files. And then they have some system requirements here. There's no real system requirements other than the Help Viewer components. Then they have some step-by-step instructions, but I doubt you'll need that, but they're there if you need them. And that is on Microsoft's website. Okay, so that's what you can do about getting Books Online on your local machine if you're a control freak like me.